Just wanted to give you guys a quick update on the Buick Regal. I was able to work on it the last couple evenings, and just wanted to kind of go over everything that I got done so far. I was able to finish the painting. I took all the tape and everything off around the whole car. I got about half of the windows cleaned up and everything on the outside. I still got to do the inside, and I got about 2.5 windows yet that I need to do yet. I put in the weather stripping around the window, around the door windows. I put all the weather stripping in. Did that actually last night. I just pulled off the front bumper, which I can show you. That was really easy to do. And holy crap, that the front bumper is heavy. I don't know what I was thinking. I did the same thing with the rear bumper, was barely holding it, and took the last bolt out and about smacked me in the face. Did the same with the front bumper. So if you're working on the G-body cars, just beware that the front and rear bumpers have a little bit of weight to them. So and continue on. I'm gonna kind of just show you everything I did. So here we go. Okay guys, so here you can kind of see what I'm working on. I actually also did pull the gauge apart. It wasn't too difficult. There was this plastic piece that housed that was over top of this, and that was kind of over everything. And then once you pulled that off, then there was the gauge that had 2 nuts in it, and then there was this fuel for the fuel. And this, you just take that bolt out, and there was another bolt, I think it was on this side, if I remember right. And then once you did that, you were good to go. Oh, and there was one other thing. There's this needle right here, and that hooked in here, and then the actual spring hooked to the left, right. Can't go over that far, but it hooked in there, and then that was what showed the different drive, if it was in park, reverse, neutral, drive. So that was that, and then that hooked into this here. But this, the fuel gauge, if you can see that just snaps right in here. It kind of makes it easy. You just kind of snap that right in there into those 3 posts. You can see. So that wasn't too difficult to do. I am trying to figure out, I did get some schematics from work. I found it online. But I did get schematics for some of the wiring. I'm trying to figure out, currently my cigarette lighter does not work. My overhead dome light does not work. The door locks don't work. And none of the courtesy lamps there's a bulb here and on that side, and then I think there's one in the glove box and one in the trunk, and I believe that's all in the same circuit. And currently I can put a fuse in, and as soon as I put it in, it blows. So I'm trying to look underneath here, and you can kind of see this rat mess of wiring. So I'm gonna have to go through some of that and see what I can come up with. Trying to get that to work at least. I'd like at least to have the cigarette lighter to work. It would be really nice to have that. Then the next thing eventually is I'll probably get a different steering wheel here. Just get some cheapo steering wheel. Don't really care what it looks like. Just something better than this one. This one's kind of all messed up, so probably eventually do that. So this is kind of the inside of what I did, and also got floor mats. It's kind of dirty. I took off the centerpiece here, and the vent had a bunch of white crud in it, so I'm not sure what that was, but I'm going to clean it up with some soap and water and just kind of get rid of all that, and then I'll vacuum everything really good. And then also I got that's a little heater, and that was the main reason I was going to plug it in and just have some heat for the winter months, for when the wife comes with me to car shows, she won't be cold. So that was the plan for that, but I'd like to get this to work. If I can't get it to work, then I'll just run it off of the accessory, off the gauges. The gauges turn on as soon as the key turns on. So if worst comes to worst, I will run the cigarette lighter and tie it into the gauges and deal with that when it comes to it, And there's a bolt that so I got a couple electrical issues right now that I'm trying to iron out. Nothing too crazy, just would like to get some things fixed and try to make it a little bit nicer to work on, and trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So that's the interiors as of right now. And then for the exterior, I took off the front bumper, and there's a couple screws. It was a 1/2 inch drive that I used to take that off. And then also, you can see here, there's the front bumper off. My thought is I looked underneath and there's two plastic nuts, I would say, that hold this on. So I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to have to fill it from underneath. I'm going to put some, fill that, and then I'll epoxy it on the top and put some everything on it and prime it and everything, and then paint it. And that should be good. The next thing I'd like to do is take this off and clean it all up and possibly paint it if possible. I think it would look kind of cool. Maybe paint it. Maybe I'll just leave it. I don't know. But this was kind of held up like this, and that was held on by the bumper. There was two springs, one there and then one over there, that kind of held this in place, which is kind of chintzy, but I guess that is what it is. And then also I got my two other lights installed. I still do have to run the wiring for the blue bulbs. I still think that would be just something different, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really into that anymore, but just to have it. In the engine bay, I don't think I really did anything. I did drive it around the block, and I had a Jag sticker on, and the Jag sticker fell off, so, which I didn't really care about it. No big deal. The next thing is I will fix my my cap. I think it's too far. I can't advance it anymore. So I'm gonna pull it off and pull it one tooth to the right. I'm gonna clock it one more tooth, and then that should be perfect. And just kind of make it lined up a little bit better, and then I can advance the timing a little bit more. I think right now it's at like 12 degrees, and it's running really good with everything. So I want to see if I can advance it a little bit farther than that. Right now I'm running 93 octane, ethanol free. I get it from a local gas station that has non-ethanol fuel, so kind of nice. So we'll see what we can come up with that. Other than that, I mean, the paint turned out pretty good. There are some spots on the roof. Where was that? There were some spots that could possibly need some touching up. You can, like right there, you can kind of see need a little bit of touch up. There's some light spots right in here. There's a couple other little spots here and there, but didn't turn out too bad. I'm pretty happy with it. I am going to get some pinstriping. I don't know if I said that in any of the other videos, but get some pinstriping and put a pinstripe along here just to kind of break it up. And the line isn't too awfully great, so I'm going to have to fix that. But just wanted to give you guys an update and kind of show you that I am working on this thing and not leaving you guys hanging. I haven't really touched the golf cart. I did order some parts for it. I got some oil for it. That way I'm going to do a fuel system flush. I'm going to get rid of all the gas and all that crap in it and put new fuel. And I think it's over here. Let's show you what I got. Got some, I think it's 40-to-1 mix, fuel and oil. So that should be fine for that. Just from what I was looking at online, it seems like that's good to use. So I'm going to do that and tinker around with it a little bit. I did order a couple parts for that, so stay tuned for me to work on that. But my main priority right now is getting this thing ready to go. In 2 weeks, there's 2 car shows that I'd like to take it to. So that's my goal right now, and it's almost there. I did order some LED lights, bulbs for the gauge, and also a couple other odds and ends, miscellaneous stuff, just to hopefully have everything done. I guess I will be ordering new marker lights. I was looking at the other one. I have the passenger side, and it's worse than the driver's side. It doesn't even have the chrome piece around, so I'm just gonna have to break down and spend the $120 on marker lights, which kind of sucks, but because it is only like plastic. But that's one thing I will use or will need, and this I'll probably use this to cover up the hole in the center there. I'll just probably use this and kind of epoxy it in. So that's my plan for that. Other than that, I didn't really get too much other stuff done on this build. And still messing around with the truck. I still cannot figure out what is going on with the backup camera. It's still upside down, and I talked to a couple guys, and just have no idea what's going on. I messed around with it probably for an hour. I think two nights ago I messed around with it for an hour or so and just could not come up with anything. So I might just give up on it for a while and might eventually just try a different camera and see if that works. See if that'll fix the issue. So, but I'll let you guys go. Just wanted to give you a quick update on everything. Car's looking pretty good. This side I was able to completely wax and buff and all that good stuff, and I think it looks really, really nice. The other side, I'm going to probably get a clay bar. Whoops, almost knocked the thing over. So this side, I'm gonna have to get a clay bar. There is a little bit of overspray yet, right along here. So I'm gonna get a clay bar and try to clay bar that out. Just from past experience, it seems to work really good. I'm just hope that it works well enough. And then there was a limited sticker right here, and on the other side, I'm gonna get a wheel and get that taken off. So that'll be nice. And then I'm going to take the front tires off, check the brakes and everything, and see if I can figure out why the brakes are a little soft. So. But other than that, everything's coming along really well. Just like I said, just a lot of small little things that I gotta do, just like any typical build. So just want to give you guys an update tonight. I hope you like my video and subscribe, and stay tuned, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Night.